Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm in a different location because I just felt like for this video, this was the place I needed to be because it's gonna be rough. So I'm doing my summer book haul, and I really need to stop doing these seasonal book hauls because it's always so many books, and I promise you this isn't even all the books I got over the summer. This isn't even all of them. So we got a lot of books, so let's get into this really quickly. The first thing we're gonna do is start out with my Book Outlet haul. I recently got this order from Book Outlet because they were having a sale. So let's see what I got. I mean, I know what I got, but let's show you what I got. Okay, so the first thing I got was Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry. This book follows a atheist teenager as he goes to a Catholic private school, and it's just like that. That's the whole premise, I think. And I know there's romance and discussion of religion, and that it's really funny. So I am really looking forward to this one. Plus it's got like a really pretty color on the cover, and toast. Who doesn't love a good toast? The next book I got was We Set the Dark on Fire by an author who I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name because I don't want to butcher it, and I just think it's better if I just don't even try. So I have no idea what We Set the Dark on Fire is about. I know that it has something to do with Mexican culture and like that, in a fantasy aspect that is inspired by Mexican culture, and I've heard great things about it, and that sounds really interesting to me, and I'm just really excited to read it. The next one is one that I'm so excited to read like this holiday season, and that is The Afterlife of Holly Chase. If you are ever on my channel, you know I love paranormal books, and this is a paranormal book like set at Christmas time, I'm pretty sure. And I'm so excited to read this. It just looks beautiful, first of all, and just look at this back, like it's absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I'm so excited to read this. I've heard such amazing things, and I want it to be Christmas already so I can read it. The next one actually requires a plug from me, and that is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This is my pick for the book club that I host. All the information for that will be down below because I'm sure you guys don't want to hear it for the millionth time. But if you're interested in reading The Hazelwood along with some people and coming to a live show, check out the link down below. If you don't know what The Hazelwood is about, it is a fairy tale retelling-ish type of thing about this girl whose grandmother is a famous fairy tale author, and her and her mother have been estranged from her entire life, and her grandmother lives in this strange place called the Hinterland. And her grandmother lives in this strange place called the Hazelwood, like in a mansion and stuff, and she's never been there. But then some weird things start happening to her and her mother, and some weird people start showing up, and she is forced to learn more about her grandmother and her past and the stories. And it's very interesting, and I'm in the middle of this right now, and I'm really liking it. So I mean, the cover, look at her. The next one I got is The 7.5 Deaths. No, The 7 Deaths of Evelyn. I think it's 7.5 Deaths in the US. I mean, in the UK. The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I know that it has an alternate title, but this is a book. It's an adult book. I have no idea what it's about necessarily. I love the cover though, and I've heard good things about it, and I'm really excited to read it. I don't know, I just like things with this aesthetic, and if it's like what I think it's about, then I'm really gonna like it. But I'm not even gonna share that because I'm sure it's probably way off. But yeah, I'm so excited to have this because it's a nice paperback, and I just love, look at that flop. I love that. And the last book I got from Book Outlet was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I obviously already have this book, but I have the paperback, and because Wayward Son comes out this month, actually, they decided to give out dust jackets that match that cover and the new Wayward Son cover to go on your hardback, because obviously this ugly ass cover does not match the story or Wayward Son. So I obviously was like, let me get one of them dust jackets. But I didn't have a hardcover copy of Carry On, so I just picked one up from Book Outlet. And yeah, so really, this dust jacket, which is dirty anyways because it's used, can go. And this yellow baby can stay. I am rereading this right now and loving it. But I'm so excited for Wayward Son, and I'm excited to have my matching dust jacket. So that's it for Book Outlet. So let's start on just the other books that I've acquired. The first one in my stack, because these are in no particular order, is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is Book of the Month. It's the only Book of the Month I own, and I only joined Book of the Month to get this edition of The Secret History. Because look at it, it's so much better than the regular one, so that's the reason I have this. I have not read The Secret History, and I do not know if I really want to anymore. I bought this before my friend Heather read this book, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it based on what she says. But this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it's gonna look cute on my shelf anyway. The next one is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I own this book, and I love this cover, but I hate this book, and that sucks. And usually I unhaul books that I hate, but not this one, because it's just so pretty, and I just can't. But like, I did get this over the summer, so that's why it's in the book haul. But know that I really dislike this book a lot. The next one is actually a birthday present that I bought for myself, and that is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. First of all, a very nice paperback. I love to judge paperbacks. I will make a whole video about best and worst paperbacks, but this is a good one. I say this is about like an 8 out of 10. But I am not really sure what this book is about, except that there's magicians, and this is the last one. So yeah, but I have just seen rave reviews for this all summer, so I just decided to pick it up for myself. It was only like $6 on Amazon, so I was like, let me pick that up. And now it looks really cute on my shelf, and I have another floppy paperback. The next two are the same book, and that's House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. This is the original cover, and this is the Owl Crate cover. You can see the slight color difference in the blues, and then this one's gold and this one's silver, and then we obviously have a black and purple spine. This book is amazing. It's a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling. I highly recommend it. If you like paranormal and the sea and just aesthetics and atmospheric books with beautiful world building, then I definitely recommend this book. And I think I've talked about it enough on my channel, but like, look at my beautiful editions. The next one is one of my most anticipated releases of the summer, and that is Heartstopper Volume 2. Look how pretty this book is. It is just absolutely gorgeous, and it matches the other one so well, and I just love this series so much, this graphic novel series. I can't wait to see what Volume 3 is gonna look like, and I just am so happy to have this on my shelf finally. The next book is one I read way earlier in the year, and I finally got a copy, and that is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I surprisingly love these books so much. This one and The Vanishing Stair. I still don't have The Vanishing Stair, but I will hopefully soon. These are contemporary mysteries that follow Stevie, a girl who's going to this prestigious private school, like in Vermont, where she studies particularly true crime, and she is very interested in this case that happened back in the 50s or 60s at this boarding school, and we also follow the timeline of back then too. So it has a dual timeline, and I love it so much. These books are just so fun, while also talking about very important topics, but like the mystery is just one thing after another, is a layer and a layer of things, and I just cannot recommend these enough. Definitely pick these up. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous books, so I am so happy to finally have this one. The next book I have is The Beholder by Anna Bright. This is either the Owl Crate or Fairy Loot alternate cover. This is the real cover. I prefer the alternate cover, and that is literally the only reason I own this book, is because someone was selling this. Because I'm very interested in this book. I'm not sure what it's about. I just know there's like ships and war, maybe, and fantasy. I don't really know, but I just absolutely fell in love with this alternate cover, and I hated the other one. So if I am interested in a book but I don't like its cover, I just won't get it. I'll just read it some other way from the library or something. But this one I just had to have, and I'm very interested in the book anyway, so I'm very happy to have this one. Thank God for Depop. The next one I have is by one of my favorite authors ever, and that is Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. This book is about killing gods. Love that. Also, it's beautiful and like baby blue. Like, I just am actually obsessed with that. So it's just, I am so excited to read this book, and I'm so happy to have it. And it's just, I just love Trisha Levenseller so much, and I just know that this has got to be good. So the next two are part of a series, so let me get them out. And that is Renegades and Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. Supernova comes out very soon, and I realized that I didn't have these. I have that version of Renegades right there, but I did not have the original cover, and I did not have Arch Enemies, so I picked them up. This one was actually given to me by a friend. Thank you. And this one I bought during Barnes & Noble's 50% off sale. But these books are about anti-heroes, superheroes, this world where they're superheroes, but they're not actually that good of people, and our main character knows that, so she kind of spies on them and tries to expose them in many ways. That's not really a good synopsis at all, but just trust me, they're full of very political-esque superhero gangs and cool powers and a cute relationship that I'm obsessed with. I didn't notice that Arch Enemies is like a lot smaller than Renegades, so that's interesting. But I'm very excited to have both of these and to put them on my shelf. The next one I have is We Hunt the Flame. I also got this book this summer, and and I actually think I might get rid of this one. I really like the UK cover compared to this one, so I think I might read this book, and if I like it, I think I'm going to unhaul this version and get the UK version. But this cover is still very pretty, and I am excited to read this book. It sounds very interesting. I can't tell you what the synopsis is right now, but I have heard it before, and I do think it sounds really good, and I have heard some amazing things about it. So that is why I got it, and I am very excited to give it a try. The next book I picked up from a type of like thrift store, and that is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This is the large text edition, which honestly I'm not opposed to. It was it was $2 and I get large text. I'll take it. I am very excited to read this book. I want to get a taste of Samantha Shannon's writing before I dive into, you can see my ring light, before I dive into A Priory of the Orange Tree. And I think this is the perfect way to do it because I've heard wonderful things about this book, and I think there's like an adaptation either coming out or already out for this. I could be totally wrong, but either way, I want to read this before that possible adaptation comes out, so I'm very happy to have it. The next two are books I got for my birthday, and that is Peter and the Starcatchers and then Peter and the Shadow Thieves, which are part of a series. I love Peter Pan. You didn't know, I have a whole video on my channel about my Peter Pan collection, and I love to try out Peter Pan retellings. And I love to try out Peter Pan retellings. And these are Peter Pan retellings. So I am really excited to get to these. I am happy to have them because, like, I don't know, they're just so big, and I love a good big book. So I just love these, and they're so like pretty for like older books, you know, like some older books are like have really ugly covers, and I think these have really pretty covers, so I'm just so thankful to have these. The next book I have is probably, not kidding, the most exciting book I have in this whole book haul, and that is Five Dark Fates by Kendara Blake. If you don't know, I am obsessed with the Three Dark Crowns series, and this is the final book in that said series, and I have been waiting for this book for so long. It took forever for the cover and the title to be announced, and I just am obsessed, and I can't wait to read it. And I didn't really like the cover when it was first announced, but like looking at it in person, it's just like absolutely gorgeous, and I am just obsessed, and I just a nice completed quartet. Love that for me. Love that so much. The next one I have is the original edition of The Diviners by Libba Bray. I picked this up for very obvious reasons, as you can see. Also, the other ones are ugly. So I love The Diviners. I'm actually listening to Lair of Dreams right now, and I decided that the only book I needed to own from The Diviners is this one until I see if I like the whole series, because honestly this one is even good on its own. Like, I could have been fine with just finishing The Diviners and not continuing. So to have this beautiful, gorgeous big boy on my shelf, I don't need the rest. I have her. She's all that matters. They are cowards for stopping making these covers for that series, and I will never forgive Little Brown Publishing ever. And I'm just hurt by it. So but this is all I need in my life. I have this. I got it from eBay, and that's all I need. The next book I got was another birthday present to myself, and that is Lovely War by, I don't know who it's by, Julie Berry. This is historical fiction, /fantasy, which is not my gig at all. But I've heard such good things about this one, and I know it involves gods. I just had to get it. Plus, it was only $7 on Amazon, like a $7 hardcover. Thank you. Yes, that's a birthday present for me. It's pink, and I absolutely adore that. I want to spray the edges pink. I think that'd be so cute. But I just really think I'm gonna like this book, or I really hope I'm gonna like this book, and I think it looks really good on my shelf. So yeah, I just hope my distaste for historical fiction will go away when I read this book. The next book I got was from Penny a Page Day at Barnes & Noble, which is my favorite time of year because I get big adult books that cost a lot of money for quite a cheap amount. So I got Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the anniversary edition, and it is absolutely gorgeous, and it is a big boy, and I would like to tackle this book in 2020, and I'm excited about it, but I needed to own it first because there was no way a library hold was going to be able to maintain how much time I'm going to need to read this book. So when I saw this at did I say Barnes & Noble? I meant Books A Million. So when I saw this at Books A Million, I was like, I gotta get that. It's gonna be like $7. So it's all good. And the next one was a total cover buy, and that is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I've heard this compared to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I've heard it's better than The Seven Husbands, but I guess we'll see. But like, this cover is what drew me in. It's so pretty. The colors are so pretty. And then I read the synopsis, and then I was like, yes, purchase. The next two are very exciting because they are ones I bought to lead up to a very exciting release in the next coming month or two. And that is the illustrated Harry Potters, or at least the ones I don't have, because I already had Philosopher's Stone. So I needed Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban, and I bit the bullet and I got them, and I'm now very excited to have Goblet of Fire coming this fall. Oh, these are heavy. I'm gonna put those down because they're heavy. But yeah, I am really excited to have those. They were like, I would say I spent a lot of money on them, but I didn't. I got one of them on Penny a Page Day, and I got the other one for my birthday. But I'm really happy to have them because I one day want to have the whole Harry Potter Illustrated collection. I don't know if like climate change doesn't kill us by then, because they only come out every 2 years. But either way, that is the end of my book haul. It's been a long one. It's been a stressful one because I don't really know how to go about book hauls, because I don't know what the books that I'm buying are about most of the time. I'm just a cover buy person, and that probably needs to stop. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. Maybe you got some ideas for books that you want to buy. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, like, comment down below, and subscribe if you want, and I will see you guys next time.